All right, it's Chris again with the Still Life Stories, and I am in a neighborhood in South Sydney, and I am here at Banks and Solander, and it's a distillery in a house, and never seen anything like this before, and it's fabulous, and these guys are making some great stuff. So let's go in and say hi.
Hi there, I'm Marty Savella. Welcome to Banks and Solander's Distillery, based here in Sydney, in Botany.
Awesome.
So this is Frank, our distillery dog, faithful companion here in the distillery. And this is Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Who's busy preparing one of our products. Had to bottle some rum over there. And yeah, Sam looks after a lot of our production and distillation, and Frank can't keep quiet. Frank, that's enough. Shh. Zip it.
All right, so you told me last night that this originally started out, it was going to be a motorcycle shop.
Yeah.
And there's still a remnant of that right here.
That's right. So this was the second project. The first project got finished and this one started. And it's an old CX500 from the 70s. This was meant to be a parts bike, but there were enough parts left over to start a second project. And yeah, by working on all the aluminium bodywork, custom made, taught myself some.
So I had a glass of the signature gin last night in a martini that was, I think, the most magnificent martini I've ever had in my life. It was absolutely fabulous. And you explained some of the botanicals that you put in there, and there's a whole wall full of them up there.
So that's our R&D centre there, where we learned how to distill gin, trying all different products, how they distill, what flavours come across, and yeah, a variety of classic botanicals that you might find in various gins from around the world, but then there's also a lot of unique Australian botanicals, things like lemon myrtle, Tasmanian pepperberry, strawberry gum, wattle seed, and they all have very unique flavours that are quite unique to Australia.
Right. No, I mean, it was really, really wonderful. I mean, there's so many flavor profiles that happened in that martini last night that I've never tasted before. You know, and unless you've had, you know, these particular Australian flavors, you can't even imagine what they're like.
Yeah, yeah. And you have to be careful with them because some of them can be quite overpowering. So you have to use them sparingly, because a small amount packs a punch. Yeah,
no, the flavors were just, you know, it changed flavor in my mouth like three different times. And it was just unforgettable. I just wrote a piece about it, and I said it's indescribable and unforgettable, which doesn't sound like that's possible, but it was just really wonderful.
Intending that it would take you on a flavour journey, that you'd start off with a beginning flavour, go into a mid sort of flavour profile, and then have a nice long finish. So it's a gin that can be enjoyed on its own, but also great in cocktails.
So what kind of still we have here?
So this is a hybrid still. It's a 10 plate, has 10 plates in a column. And it's a reflux style. And we do that so we can get really clean flavours in the products that we distill.
All right, so what was it that made you both decide you want to do a distillery?
Well, probably my idea to start with, and so I had to convince Ed, and yeah, just throwing the ideas around and deciding what we can do, and also convincing Ed that she actually might like gin. So.
It took a little bit of work, but once
it took a bit of work, and after a few different recipes and after a bit of trial and error, we found a recipe that Ed liked, and then that provided the green light for the project.
But also there was one day he was playing around with his recipes, working out a few things, and he came in and he had a smile on his face, and I said, "Oh, how did it go?" And he's like, "Oh, it all went to shit." And I was like, well, you never come home from work with a smile on your face, and this didn't work and you still have a smile on the face. I think we do this.
Okay, that's brilliant. I like that.
Yeah.
Is it like having a distillery in your backyard?
Well, the commute's really
So what Ed's pouring here at the moment is what we call a freezer door martini. It's a premix martini that we keep in the freezer. So that's why it's all very iced over and chilled.
makes it a bit too chilled today.
Yeah, the freezer was working well, so it's actually a bit of a slushy today, but it makes it really nice and cold.
And that is yours.
So that's one of the perks of having a distillery in your backyard. You can have a martini any time of day, and even if it's before lunchtime.
It is before lunchtime. This is the best martini on the planet. And it was born in a garage.
Yeah. Well, we like to think it's a little bit more like a warehouse, but yeah, it is a garage in the back of our house. Yeah.
No, I think that's absolutely the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
The next motorbike workshop, right?
Yeah.
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 It was meant to be, but it was going to be your man cave.
So this would be around 55%, won't it? Is that the one we're taking?
That's delightful.
Yeah.
It's like pancakes, crumpets.
Yep. Yep.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's got a strong vanilla finish.
Really sweet.
Yep. And all that comes from just that white spirit that we put in there. Some of it comes from the barrel, but that's it. We don't sweeten it or do anything with it. So.
Wow, that's delightful.
It's very drinkable.
Oh, that's so weird.
Planning.
It's actually really gotten better since.
It has. It's.
I'm just looking at our old notes and like even just from when Lucas and I tasted it, we were like, oh, maybe the texture's a little thin, but
It's definitely not now.
it was alright. So that was that one. We'll try this one as well, just to see a difference. I think we said this one is also good, but it's a little bit plainer, so we might do so like a finish
On that one.
on this one instead.
Smells good.
Yeah, doesn't it?
One thing you can't capture through video.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's the smell of freshly freed rum.
It smells delicious.
It does.
Trapped for 4 odd years. This will be the first Jack Daniels cast.
Okay, cool.